advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
When I think about those nights in Montreal, all I think about is weed. Memories of city lights and packing bowls.
Hello and welcome to the Pace Radio Network's new show announcement. That's right, we've got a new show here on the network, and I have the hosts of the new show here with me, and I'd like to welcome Tamara Cartwright as well as Loretta Clark here, and for Loretta, first time here on the network. Welcome, Loretta and Tamara. All right.
Yeah, it is Loretta. Loretta's debuting with me, and this is Loretta's introduction to the network. So welcome, Loretta, to Pace Radio Network 2.
I'm so excited and honored and thrilled to tell you what's happening in Quebec and to open this up. This is going to be so much fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tamara, Loretta, tell everybody what the name of your show is, and let us know what type of things that you guys are going to discuss with the listeners here on the network.
Well, we're going to focus on politics and cannabis in Quebec because their laws are a little bit different than even with federal legalization. There's a few things in Quebec that can't not be done, as well as glass blowing being prohibited for certain things. So we want to introduce people to the language, the politics, and the overall beauty of the province of Quebec.
You know, Quebec is a strange place in the sense that in some ways, it almost feels like a police state because, you know, we get language police during the pandemic. We got cannabis cops, you know, for legalization. But yet, on another level, you know, it was one of the most, and it is still like it has such a swag of freedom, the way people are. And it really was the first place to have head shops in Canada. But now these head shops with this latest government, people have to hide their, you know, their bongs and this and that. Like it's ridiculous. So we've kind of been pushed backwards. But of course, now the government is realizing, you know, what else are they making money on besides cannabis as a new industry? Not much. You know what I mean? So money talks. And the other thing that talks and that pushes, I've noticed, is, you know, when you compare Montreal to Toronto, Montrealers like to think that, you know, they are the coolest and that Toronto's boring. Well, Toronto's way ahead on the cannabis scene, but that's okay because, you know, jealousy can be a good motivation.
Can be.
And so, you know, some of the things that I'm doing is, you know, I recently sent an email to all of the city councilors. There was like 119 of them about talking about lounges and the need for them, especially with the pandemic, because I'm finding like bars and restaurants are so in dire need of recovery that there's an opportunity, you know, right now. And so I've been talking to some, and I'm getting really good vibes about, you know, lounge events for sure. And I'm also
that for the show. Save it all for the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well,
save this for the show, lady.
And I want
Jesus.
to talk about of course, my criminal activity today. I was, you know, putting seed bombs together to like plant seed bombs all over the city. So I want to talk about that and how that progresses.
Well, we're gonna have lots of time to do that.
Loretta, you're in Quebec, right?
Yes, I'm in Montreal.
And Tamara, you're out west. You know, people might say, well, you know, Tamara's not even in Quebec, but she's talking about Quebec. And from my understanding, you have a love for Quebec.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Did you hear the song?
Yeah. Well, Montreal is When I went to Montreal in 2014, and it was always a pull because my aunt went to university. My aunt went to McGill University and did her PhD for political science out in Montreal. And the whole time that they were out there, I was, you know, in my 20s and had kids and couldn't make it out there. And it was always my mom went out, and everybody's always talking about how beautiful it was. So it was always a goal to get there. And then in 2014, I was actually able to go to Montreal for the Liberal Convention, and I fell fell in love with the city. And I've always been in love with the French language. I don't speak very good French. I parlez-vous français comme ci, comme ça, but very little. But, just learning from, being in Quebec and then what we learn in school out west, which I think the reason why I want to bring Quebec to the west is that there's so many misconceptions about Quebec in the west, and there's so many misconceptions about the west in Quebec. So I think just crossing over and bringing the unity of our cannabis community is one way of uniting, but also bringing things together, because like I said, there's so many interesting things that go on in Quebec that we don't hear about, and a lot of people in the west don't want to hear about it because they've got this stigma and honestly this bigotry towards people that live in Quebec, and I really find that distasteful. So I just wanted to step up and bring Quebec to the west and learn as much as I possibly can about Quebec and learn with Loretta. So we're going to try and learn some language too.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Loretta shops at French, but Loretta still thinks, there's hope to learn some more. But yes, the culture here is, awesome. Like the glass blowing culture is awesome, but yet they've been criminalized for making bongs. Now that's not, that doesn't happen anywhere else.
No.
And save
Canada,
that for the show too. And save that for the show too.
The show,
save that for the show.
Yeah, so
we have to fill content.
So as far as the show, your plans for the show, you talk about politics, cannabis, stuff like that. Guest-wise, looking at having some guests on the broadcast as well.
In the future, yeah, we plan on bringing some people in. We're trying to focus again on people from Quebec. We'd like to bring some glass blowers in. Yeah. Reese Turner has offered, he lives in Toronto now, but Reese was a comedian in Montreal for quite a long time. He's offered to come on as well. But we'd like to focus bringing guests that are from Quebec. And because cannabis, I don't know hardly anybody in Quebec. So I'm kind of relying on people to want to be on the show. So tell all your friends.
You sound like an appropriate name for your new show here, CannaQuebec Connection. You're connecting east to west. You're connecting to people who are represented, have a background in Quebec, stuff like that. So sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now before, because this is also an announcement of the show, but it's also a test going on here as well, right?
Right.
And some people would probably be surprised, but part of this test is when Tamara brought this to me and asked me about doing this program. One of the first things I said to her was, Tamara, if you want to do a show, you're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have to run the board, right?
It's like, you can do whatever you want, but you're going to do it all by yourself, little girl. And you know what? And I've learned.
She stepped up.
And Al's been a great teacher. Like, he's been very patient with me. So now
Al,
I can run this. I can produce our own show now. And I can produce my own show. Yeah.
I'm looking for meters. I don't have any.
That's because they're in front of me tonight, Al.
That's
I got
right.
the meter board in front of me, but it's good to do the test to make sure that I've got everything set up that I'm not screwing things up. I figured, I haven't. This will be my debut production too, like my first show.
That's right. Now you're going to be running the board for tonight. Your show starts at 9:00 Eastern.
Right, and 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just because we want to do a little more prime time, it'll be every Monday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Because people, my morning show is great, but it's harder to find people that are available to be guests. And it's also harder for listening because a lot of people are working or they're, you know what I mean? Like, they're busy. Yeah. They have a life. Yeah. So I figured, let's go prime time.
Yeah, well, I know what you feel. We have a lot of us do daytime and nighttime, myself included. And it's, it is different. You're more awake at night than you are first thing in the morning. That's for sure. Okay, let's see what else. How long is the show?
We're going to do an hour. If we run over, of course we run over. But we're going to do an hour show. And like I said, we're going to try and bring as much education and information as we possibly can, as well as talk about goals. Like Loretta has some, major projects she wants to get done. Yeah, get some stuff done.
Like I'm working on some things like the seed bombing project and a petition because we have a mayor election coming up, so I want to force them to talk about lounges. So I'm getting the bars and the
Yeah.
restaurants involved. So certain things that I'm working on that hope that will show some progress, week
Good.
by week. Yeah.
Good.
And maybe bring
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people on to help her, because like I said,
Mm.
Yeah.
the more awareness that we make, and the more education that we produce out there,
Sure.
brings on more people, volunteers, and we all
That's
need
right.
volunteers,
That's right.
right? Mm-hmm.
That's right. Well, Loretta, welcome to the network. Look
Thank you
forward to
so
working
much.
for you.
So much.
Maybe
Thank
maybe today you're just talking, but look at Tamara. She's running the board, right?
you. She's
And
way
singing
more talented
and
than
singing
me.
the
Okay.
intro and singing the intro.
Oh, I
Okay.
know,
That's right.
I'm
That was
so
my next
excited about
question.
that.
That was my next question. Was who's the singer on the intro to your music?
I did that one myself. It's
That
me.
is
Yeah, that's me.
that's Tamara. That's way to go. Congratulations.
I will.
Yeah,
You know,
thank
You
you.
are yeah.
I've sang my whole life. It's a well hidden secret of mine, but I am a singer. I've been trained professionally since I was 4 years old in piano
Oh,
and singing. So, yeah, I put it away
no.
for a long time.
So Al, pimp her out for other shows.
Yeah, there you go. Now, just so you know, Tamara, because the way that you sent me the link and I couldn't download the music and stuff like that, I actually had to play that song with an external speaker and use a mic to pick it up in order to do this for tonight. In order to do this setup for us to do the show tonight and for you to do it later on. But if chance comes that we can improve the quality of that, we will most certainly do so.
Well, maybe I
Wow,
can
that's
try and get
awesome.
into a studio or something. Like I said, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm doing it on an app because I don't have access to a studio here
Right.
either. So I'm just, and I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of.
Well,
But there's got to be there's got to be a better way. We'll try and improve on that. But it's
you
okay
get
for now.
you exactly, and hey, it's all part of being creative, and
Yeah.
it's your show, and if you're happy with it, then I'm happy with it.
I was more
That's
worried about
awesome.
Loretta being happy with it.
No way. I love it. I love it because it's just like, you're making weed sound sexy in Montreal, because it is a sexy
Yes.
Montreal song. It's a real signature Montreal song from the late 70s. And
I love that song to begin with.
no,
so.
I love what you've done with it. I just think it is so cool.
I rewrote the
So
words.
fucking
I
cool.
rewrote the words
Yeah.
and then sang along to
Yeah.
the tune, right? Because of copyright too. I didn't want to just have the Gino
Right.
Vanelli song singing, because that would be copyright infringement. But if it's my voice, then it's not copyright infringement.
Your voice, yeah, we used 20 seconds or 30 seconds of it there.
And if you don't like
And
it, we
put it
don't
all
want to hear
together.
about
Hey,
it. And if
you
you
know,
don't like it, we
it,
don't want to hear about it.
it works. I think
Totally.
I think people will be very surprised
Yes.
when they find
Yes.
out that you actually sung your own intro song.
Yeah. No,
Congratulations,
I know.
because I know I wouldn't sing my own.
I know. I think it's it's true. People are going to see another side to her talents
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I told Tamara that when she first sent me the audio over the weekend, and I listened to it, and my wife was sitting beside me on the deck, and she looks at me and smiles. Who's that? And I said, that's Tamara. I said, the host of Cannabis and Coffee. Oh wow, that's cute.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and she
Yeah,
started
for
humming
sure.
away to it. So yeah. There
Yeah.
you go. You already got a fan here
Because
too.
That's nice. Thanks,
because
Gail.
that song that is like that's an iconic song for sure, and
Yeah.
I think the people in Quebec will love it. The stoners will love it for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
So
let's
Yeah.
hope they
Good.
do. Let's hope they do.
All
Okay, well,
right.
let's wrap this up because we're going to be back on the
Yes.
air in an hour and a half.
woohoo!
Yeah, so you can listen to
Yep.
us live in about an hour and a half. It'll be 7 p.m. Mountain Standard and 9 p.m. in the East. Al will not be joining us tonight.
That's right.
It's
I
my
won't
show,
be
baby.
learning.
Oh, I'll miss you,
I'll be,
Al.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
miss
be,
you.
I'll be listening. I will
Yeah.
be listening.
Awesome.
He gets to be a
Awesome.
listener. And then on Wednesday, too, when I have my show, he can actually be a listener now and be in his garden listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so
As
cool.
of this week, not only is Tamara starting to run tonight's show, but Tamara will be taking over her own show,
Wow.
Tamara
Very
Coffee and
Oh,
cool.
Cannabis, or
Yeah.
Cannabis
That's
and
so
Coffee
cool.
with Marijuana on
Yeah.
Wednesday mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah, I
that's
feel like
right.
I've been educated. I'll tell you. Like I said,
Sure, more skills. Why not?
exactly, more skills. Like I said, you can't teach
That's
old
right.
dogs new tricks. Come on.
You can. We've done it ourselves.
Right.
All right, congratulations, and I look forward to your new broadcast here, and we'll be listening tonight.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks
Awesome.
for allowing me to be on the network. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, thank
No
you
problem.
too.
You're welcome.
And thanks for joining me,
And,
Loretta, for being my
yeah,
Oh my
co-host.
God.
Yeah, we're gonna have so
I'm
much fun.
We are going to
and
have so much
we'll
fun.
have to get your web page made. So Loretta, I'll need some information from you and some photos.
I'll be the bitch from the east, and she's the bitch from the west, and it's a bitch fest.
All righty. All right. Well, we'll talk to you all later.
Lots of love. Take
See you in
care.
a few hours.
Take
Talk to you in a couple hours.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast.
Think about those nights in Montreal. All I think about is weed.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
At Legacy 420, we believe in being different.
Experience the difference of quality control.
Our labs provide tested formulations for all of our products.
Experience the difference in trust.
Our customers can trust that we are following up-to-date COVID precautions for their safety.
Experience the difference in accessibility.
We're open 7 days a week. Please visit our website, legacy420.com, or contact us for curbside pickup as well as nationwide mail order shipping.
Legacy 420 values overall wellness.
Come and experience the difference of Legacy 420.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
The People's Alliance of Cannabis in Canada is an organization working to improve cannabis legalization in Canada. They have a mission and values that includes all Canadians, no matter where they come from. The values are including everyone, as no one should be excluded from participating, equality, diversity, advocacy, along with cannabis education and research, plus industry, safety, and professional standards. If this is an organization that has the same values as you, check them out at People's Alliance of Cannabis in Canada.ca. Once again, People's Alliance of Cannabis in Canada.ca. Check them out.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
The People Advocating Cannabis Education Radio Network provides its listeners with news, information, and a place to be heard. This is done with a twice-weekly broadcast of the Reefer Reporters and by providing cannabis advocates a place to be heard through Cannabis and Coffee to Marijuana and the award-winning Pace Radio Show. Catch it all here at paceradio.net.
A doctor's job is to relieve your pains, and when it comes to growing cannabis, the biggest pain is trimming. Let Dr. Buck Cannabis Trimming Solutions take the pain away. Whether you're a home grower or a commercial operation, we have the cure. From 4 plants to 400 plants, garden size to you with years of experience and professional discreet service. It's simple. We trim your weed and we do a damn good job. Visit drbuckcts.com to book your trimming.
What is the People Advocating Cannabis Education Radio Network? It's a network of people advocating cannabis education.
CP operates medicinal cannabis signing clinic. If you want to grow your own medicinal cannabis and are located anywhere in Canada, then I'd like to suggest that you give them a call. They can be reached at 1-613-967-9888. That's 1-613-967-9888 and grow on with CP.
Who has huge buds? You do. If you shop at BMA Hydroponics, attend one of BMA's educational seminars and learn the secrets of growing, harvesting, processing, and consuming quality cannabis and cannabis products. Learn how to make better extracts, edibles, and medicinal creams at prices you can afford. Visit BMA Hydroponics at 404 Maitland Drive, Belleville, or call 613-967-9888.
The only way to go.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.